So here we go. Ha ha. Yeah. Greetings and welcome to another thrilling and exciting episode of the Planetary Persuader. This is the weekend of the supermoon, folks. We're starting here on Friday the 18th, and at this point the moon's in the nakshatra of Mrigashira, which straddles Taurus and Gemini. Depending on when this thing goes out, I'm going to say you're most likely to be watching it in the Gemini part of it. So if we looked in the constellation of Gemini, we would see that full moon, but it's not full yet. Okay, and when it does get full, is going to be Sunday night the 20th at 9:16 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So that means midnight if you're on the East Coast, a little after midnight if you're here on the West Coast. 9:16, I mean, we're getting pummeled with rain up here, and and snow in the mountains, fortunately, and if you want to see the moon, well, it's going to require a clearing. It's kind of iffy right now. But at this point, it is a super blood moon. And in Western astrology, we say the moon's in like 0 degrees Leo. Look in the constellation of Cancer in the sky. It will be in the nakshatra of Pushya, or Pushyama. Now, Pushya is considered to be one of the most benefic nakshatras there is. And this is where this full moon, supermoon is. Now, in Western astrology, we've got the sun moving into Aquarius on the 20th at 1 a.m. Okay? So 1 in the morning, late Saturday night, early Sunday morning, on the 20th, the sun goes into Aquarius from Capricorn. So we change our focus from I use to I know. So we go from utilization and knowledge. And that's a nice thing to think about. In the Vedic calendar, we're still in Capricorn, folks. We've been in Capricorn since Monday the 14th, and we're going to be there for a while as far as the actual constellation goes. Back to the moon in the nakshatra of Pushyama in the constellation of Cancer. Well, I mean, Pushyama is ruled by Saturn as far as a planet, which is about restrictions and traditions and just kind of taking your time and limits. But the ruling deity is Brihaspati, and Brihaspati is about Jupiter. It's the guru to the gods and brings good fortune. And it's said that Pushyama will soften any negative aspect it touches. So if you're freaked out about the supermoon and weirdness, Pushyama's got you covered. Pushya will make it. Pushya's symbol is can be an arrowhead, but it's also the udder of a cow. And cows give nurturing milk to us. And I mean, some people are against dairy, and I get that. But I mean, it just depends on the situation, Getting some local, small integrated farm with some grass-fed cows, you're probably getting some good, and you have it raw. It's probably not that bad. Yeah, I know. People are scared. Fear is it's a common thing in our brain, and so part of this is let's get over the fear. Let's welcome as we go into this new moon, and it's a lunar eclipse, supermoon. So, I mean, and so there could be this reddish tinge from the earth on it. And, and there is a lot more gravitational pull when we have these kind of eclipses. So, I mean, seismic activity and huge events of weather, they're not that unlikely. They might be a little more likely. So anyhow, with that said, we've covered two majors. We also have Mercury in Western astrology moving into Aquarius on the 23rd at 9:50 p.m. So Wednesday night, Mercury goes into Aquarius. Mercury likes Aquarius. I mean, I've heard different stories about Mercury's exaltation, but Mercury in Aquarius, any sign that has a face is generally a good place for Mercury. Even Sagittarius. You know. Okay, so with that said, welcome to your horoscope. Your